Oh, check out these amazing cars. So what this is that for 4 days in December 2024, I joined my good buddy Imthishan over in Dubai. Now he's actually one of the organizers and one of the team that work on the Mille Miglia Experiences UAE. And these cars were actually the vehicles that were provided to members of the media that we invited to participate in the actual event. So I was actually helping him look after the media, and we were essentially responsible for these cars. So this is actually our press fleet. So this is an amazing lineup of cars. Plus there were two more. There was a BMW Z8 and also a Mercedes 280 SL, a classic one. And we decided to do an impromptu walk around. So forgive the sound quality, but I hope you enjoy this video.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
We're looking at the best press fleet
in the world.
In the world. That's
ever
it.
assembled, my man.
Yeah.
Sorry, any magazine, any TV show, we've got the best press fleet in the world, and we've been driving these cars for 4 days across
4 days
the
now
Emirates.
across the Emirates, and not just driving them, but they have been driven hard. The pants have been thrashed off them.
And we have a car for every taste, every style. You think you have a different quirk? No, we've got the car for you. We have the car for you.
And the personalities.
Yeah.
You know
and two
what?
cars are missing, and when you see this, you'll be like, what could be missing?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Yeah.
And actually there's 10 altogether. 10 absolute icons.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's talk about each of them. This
So-
is the Queen Mary.
1987 Rolls-Royce Corniche II. Nobody knows what happened to the first one, but the sequel is pretty good. This one's nicknamed Fluffy.
Fluffy. So just to let you know, inspired by Gone in 60 Seconds,
Yes.
we decided to codename them all so that when we talked about the cars, other people didn't necessarily know what car we were talking about. But this video is after the event, so we will reveal to you.
Yeah.
This, meet Fluffy.
Yeah.
And Fluffy is the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
It is an ocean liner
Ocean
on the
liner.
road. It is, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel special.
Your
it
feet
makes
sink into the mats.
You're unhurried.
Like you are in your own private palace.
You're unhurried.
Exactly.
The people who've been driving this
And
car consistently lost.
Absolutely faultless.
Yeah.
Tank of a car.
Yeah.
And you know what? 4 people in absolute comfort. It's a 1987. You get into it today, and it feels just as good and just as special as a
Glides.
modern Rolls.
It glides like nothing you'll know. And it really makes you feel special.
Because you
know,
buy a
like-
2024 Rolls, and it'll feel exactly the same. Exactly.
No, but you know what? Like somebody said, like the reason, like the guys have been consistently at the end of the thing, right? The reason is because when you have a Rolls Royce, you don't need to hurry for anyone.
The world
The world
waits
comes
for
to you.
The world waits
comes
for
to
you.
you. This,
now
on the
we
other
go.
hand, is the Tom Selleck special.
Well, this is called Mr. G after
Mr.
its
G,
owner,
yeah.
and it is a 928 GTS 1993, last of the line. It's the most powerful 928 ever made. It's an automatic. It's beautiful in black,
Yeah.
and it has been a bit of a donkey for us because it's been carrying us. It's got the media sticker, so it's not in the event.
But it's been a workhorse. There's 2 cars here that have been our workhorses.
Yeah.
Over the first 4 days, and this has been my workhorse. And
pop-up headlights.
pop-up headlight, which I haven't done yet.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got to do
pop it
that
up.
once.
Yeah.
I've got to do that once.
We gotta
before
do
we
that.
But pop-up headlights, but it's such an icon of the 80s and 90s, honestly. I've always loved the shape of it. I think it's been so futuristic.
And it still looks
like
good.
It still looks like a
good,
UFO. It hasn't aged at all.
This is designed in the 70s.
I know, it's amazing.
And
With
it's
that
like-
reformable bumper.
All the way to the 1990s, and you know what? It's just has one of the best engine notes of any of the cars here.
It's great.
It
It's
just
great.
sounds incredible. It's a
Big,
wonderful
lusty
cruiser.
German V8. That's what you want, right?
Exactly.
Talking of that.
We've got a 1 of 50, I believe, SL500, 15,000 kilometers from.
You know, this is the thing. You gotta tell people about this one because like people keep asking me, is this a special edition? I'm like, I think it's 1 of something, but
Yeah.
so it's 1 of 50. This one
Yeah, exactly.
because
1 of
the
50.
wheels are different on this, aren't
It's
they?
got a very unusual wheel, and it's basically a throwing star style wheel.
Yeah.
It's from an era of Mercedes
Yeah.
when I think the silver just popped as much as any bright
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely effortless car to drive.
And what did we call this one?
Miami.
Miami. It's gotta
Because
be
if
right.
you're in Miami, this is what you drive. The top comes down. The AC is fabulous. We'll be going back home with this one.
Honestly, I was driving this today.
Yeah.
I just had the top down, cruising, high speed, music on. That's it. I was in Miami.
Exactly.
That's it.
And from Miami, we go to the depths of hell. The
This
depths
thing.
of hell.
Oh my God! This will possess you. This is the Christine from Germany. This is what this is.
You can't have it.
No. Well, you called it the Demon.
Yeah.
This is the code name that we officially gave it.
Yeah.
Once I spent only 10 minutes, I think about
Yeah.
10-15 minutes is all that I've driven it.
Yeah.
And it's possessed me and I renamed it.
Yeah.
And I'm now calling it Little Bastard because that's what that car is. It's a bastard because every time you change gear, you're fighting the car. When I say you're fighting the car, it's fighting you and you're fighting back. And it's making you feel
It's Tyson.
good to be alive.
It's Tyson. It's 92 911 Outlaw. So it's got 3.2 engine from the later cars. It's been rebodied. So this has got lightweight fiberglass bodywork from the front. Very, very special lowered custom suspension. It was made by one man for his tastes alone. It's got a short shifter. It is the meanest, angriest car I've ever driven. And also one of the very nicest to drive.
It's addictive. You know, and to be honest, and what happened to
I
me?
can't remember why it's
what
addictive.
happened to me when I drove it? I was cruising around all day, perfectly sensible in that lovely 928, and I got into. And he told me, "Have a drive of this." And what happened to me?
He flew. Suddenly he was chasing down Camrys. He was shaking his fist at people. He was flashing people on the highway.
I don't flash.
No.
I don't flash people.
Yeah, but
I was
you
telling
do
you,
this.
get out my. All I could think was, bastard, get out of my way. This
No,
thing.
it is. If you ever get a chance to drive a modified 911, there are plenty of stock 911s. I tell you what, the modified ones are the way to go.
Yeah. Well, this is another modified one, right?
Well,
yeah.
if we couldn't just stick with one.
Yeah.
So this was driven by a very famous.
One is not
YouTuber.
enough for us in Dubai.
No.
We got two of them. So
And
that,
this-
we forgot to. So that's yeah. So that was Demon. This one, can you guess?
Yeah.
Can you guess? Let's look at the color. This is Fanta. Meet Fanta.
And Fanta is the loudest car we've got. Like you don't need alarm bell. This
Honestly.
car can set off fire alarms in 3 counties. Also
There are-
3.2.
where we're standing right now is the Rotana and Fujairah, right? There's
Yeah.
3 hotels there. If we start this up right now, the hotel at the end, they're probably going to call and complain. That's how loud this thing is.
So this is basically a track car.
Yeah.
These two are such interesting cars because they're very similar approaches, but the devil is
They're
in the
different. They're
details.
quite different, actually.
So this one
Yeah.
is slightly more usable, except for the exhaust.
Yeah.
That one is less usable, but it's faster. So
It's
the
quite-
same car, right? Two
I was
same
going to
cars.
say, isn't it extraordinary? Because people think, I'll just get a 911, it'll be fine. No, try the 911. Because when you drive them, they have different
Yeah.
personalities.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same car, it has
Yeah.
a different personality. Talking of personality.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've got to say, I'm not normally a
Shazad's
Mercedes.
favorite.
It
Shazad's
is. It
absolute
is.
favorite.
This is actually the polar opposite of the Demon. I'm not normally a Mercedes guy, but I've fallen hook, line, and sinker for this one. I have turned into the Desi uncle. I am now literally the brown.
You are actually South Fork Ron. You're Bobby Ewing.
I am the brown Mercedes uncle now. That's what I've turned into.
what a machine.
This is the and guess what we've called it? Go on.
Ronin, because it's the same color as the car in the movie that you've seen it in. It is a 450 SEL, 6.9, to only 250 horsepower. But what horses?
And they rumble, they shake.
What
And-
horses?
and it's
the
not
whole car rocks on itself. when you-
Seriously. And it's not just us. Every driver or passenger, every single person that's got into this car has fallen in love with it.
It's a 6.9, and I didn't make this up. It actually says 69 number.
Yeah.
Didn't complete by accident. Complete by accident.
And another obscure fact. If you know the short movie Rendezvous, and you think it was a Ferrari that was charging to Paris in the early morning, it wasn't. It was actually one of these with the suspension because they could put the camera on it, and they added.
And they actually went at high speed through almost 100 miles per hour through the streets of
It was
Paris.
done for real.
It was absolutely for real. People you see jumping out of the way of the camera, he is almost mowing them
You
down.
got this coming at you.
Yeah, but in the middle of the morning. And it's a very enigmatic film, and it's worth seeing. on
You got to see it. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
This is more your era, isn't it?
This is brilliant. And as a BMW fan, this really appealed to me. I like
Yeah.
the color, I like the style, I like the look. And you know what? I even like how it drives because this has been one of our robust heroes this year, hasn't it?
The 3.0 CS, codenamed Batman. What a great car. It feels modern.
It
For a
does.
70s car, it feels like a car that you could just pick up and drive every day. And a lot of these cars have different feels,
Yeah.
but this one is shocking because you don't have to adjust your horizon. You
No,
just
no, no.
get in
You get
and you
in.
start driving.
Off you go straight away. And it's very
It's tight,
BMW.
it's neat, it gets through the bends, and there's plenty of torque, and you're like, hang on a minute, what are modern BMWs drive like this?
That's it, exactly. No, there's definitely a BMW-ness to it.
Yeah.
And here's another one that surprised me. And again, why I'm sort of questioning my allegiance to BMW. Because again, I fall in love with that Mercedes, and I have to say, I fall in love with this one as
Yeah.
well. This is a 280 SL, and what did we call this?
This is kind of nicknamed after the beautiful lady who actually been driving it through the rally. It's called Monaco. And to be honest with you, That's what you think of when you drive this car. The streets of Monaco, top down. To put the top up in this car is a crime. Absolute crime.
But here's the thing though, because I had to drive, because we drive all the cars to make sure they're okay and refuel them and stuff like that.
It's not
And
a
he
bad
gave me
job.
and he gave me it was a great job, but he gave me the keys and I was like, okay, fine, yeah, get in the car. 5 minutes later, I was grinning like a nutter
It
because
just makes you smile.
honestly, it's compact, it's agile, but the best thing about it, and this is not true of all Mercedes, it's got really charismatic engine under that bonnet. It's really
makes a lovely
peachy.
chug, 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 chug. And it's like a clock, but we clock with power.
And then when
it's
you
a
get going,
4-speed manual as well.
4-speed manual, when you get going, so there's really nice raspy note to it. It's
You know
absolutely
what?
delightful.
It looks like it's kind of going to be like a pram, and then you drive it. It's surprisingly quick.
And also, this
surprisingly
particular car
Yeah.
is beautifully presented.
Yeah.
The interior, the exterior,
And
there's
you
a lot
know
of work
what?
has been done to this.
It's Tomini Classics own the car, and they may not own it by the time you actually see this video. But it is so interesting that it was in a fairly shabby state a few years ago, and they have painstakingly restored it. And look where it is now. It's done the whole rally. It's had not a single flaw.
No, absolutely none whatsoever.
The
And it's
people
done
who drive
everything.
it, they're absolutely falling out.
The two people who drive it, every time the guy gets into it, his eyes literally light up. Like you can see it in his face.
Isn't
It's
that
just
what
like,
cars are about?
That's what, if a car does that to you, it's a car.
Yeah.
And like you said, it may not be, if this is for sale, if you happen to go to Tomini and you find it, buy it. And if you buy it, let's have a
1968,
go
by the
in
way.
it.
So this is cars well over 50 years
This
old.
is the same age as me.
Yeah.
I've just revealed how old I am, but this is the same age as me.
Whatever year
This is
this is.
that was a good vintage, wasn't it? There were two more cars. You want to tell people what they were?
So we have a real Bobby Ewing style 560 SL, which is codenamed Smoothie after the presenter of Top Gear who drove it, Quentin Wilson, who is a lovely, smooth gentleman. Absolutely. Again, a very nice car. In 89, so a very late car with the most powerful European spec, great engine, great AC. It's the kind of car that eats up miles.
And it really suits him as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's an understated grey color. It's in a crisp suit.
And the other one's a bit of a legend, I think.
I wish we had brought it here.
Yeah.
It's a actual 6-speed BMW Z8
Yeah. And nicknamed?
Bond.
What else? What
On the
else?
way to it.
What else? Pierce Brosnan. That was the best car that Pierce Brosnan had. It was Bond.
You know what? That car, hot rod V8 monster.
Yeah.
A little car, big engine, 6-speed gearbox, the perfect formula. Roof down.
Sexiest BMW ever. I would have it just for that steering wheel. That steering wheel with the spokes.
It's so Art Deco.
I love
Everything
it.
about that car makes me go, you know what? Why don't people take chances? BMW took their own design language with their car
Yeah.
and blew it up.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything like the cars they were making.
But they're
And
so
what they-
contemporary as well. If you look at those rear lights, how slim are they?
The
I
fact
was just
that it
looking at
didn't
them.
fit into 1997 or 98 means it looks cool even
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
But the cars that they're making now are so heavy and leaden
Yeah.
and thuggish and designed for clearly markets where people want to get out of my way.
Yeah.
And that kind of nastiness, which is not necessarily affecting the drivers, but that's the way the cars look.
Yeah.
But you drive the Z8 and it's just swell. It's just pretty. It's gorgeous. Even after all these years, the thin tail lights, everywhere
it's
you look, you
amazing.
go like this.
Honestly, I could
Look
look.
at this.
I could stand and look at that car for hours, and we have been doing exactly that. And we just thought we'd take a moment to take some pride in this lineup, this incredible, like we said, the best
press fleet
in the world, bar none.
world.
And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Now, I must apologize because I'm sure the sound quality is not great. I'll do whatever I can to clean it up. But we just decided, we've been working last 4 days. We just decided to do this impromptu video.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this walk around, and hopefully we will catch you again very, very soon. Hi guys, I've been writing. This is my first book, a novel, an all-out action thriller, and this one is a collection of 13 stories I've written over the course of 2 decades. The Ulysses Files and The Quantum Races by BC Guy are out now on Amazon.com. Shout out time guys, thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoy my content, why not get involved? Buy me a coffee. You can do that at either of these links, or if you're watching on YouTube, buy me a thanks or take out a membership. It all helps, it really does.